Border Barrels. Yeah, we're back for another brewery showcase. It's my turn this week, so expect the research to be quite poor, but we'll have a bit of fun along the way. I have a hint. It won't be very good.
Yeah, I was going to say you don't sound confident.
No,
It's
I'm not
have a
super.
hint.
I don't want to end the sentence at I'm not super clever. I want to add to that at this sort of thing. To exact retribution for is the synonym.
Oh wait, that's the hint.
That's the hint.
That came across as like, here are some words that I know.
Yes.
Exact.
Okay.
Retribution.
Yes.
Is.
Yeah. Well, what do you got? Anyone got anything?
Retribution. Like
Exact
revenge.
Retribution for.
No, well, we'll just have
okay.
to see. We'll just have to see after the intro starting now. All right, and we're back into it. Border Barrels. Now, I've been found out because apparently the hint was immediately... Well, I mean, I wasn't found out. Like, I wasn't really hiding it, but I've been accused of looking up... I've been accused of Googling for a hint. Thesaurusing, which I did. Absolutely did.
Well, I was just going to say, like, I haven't heard you say retribution.
Yeah, or exacting.
And when I said, have you got a hint, there was, like, it wasn't an immediate answer. Like, it was probably minute.
I still haven't heard him say retribution because I'm pretty sure he didn't say it correctly when he said it.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
I can't even remember.
Yeah, that's it. I was concentrating because I was like, what did it say? What did it say? I had to go back 2 or 3 times. So anyway.
Does Collins also make thesauruses?
I don't know, but if they did, they'd be of very high quality.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good on you, Colin. Hey?
Nice, Colin. Collins thesaurus.
Thanks, Colin. Righto. Well, I'll do the big reveal. So,
Okay.
AVNGE Brewing.
Avenge.
I didn't
Yeah.
guess because I remembered.
I remembered.
Because you told me
Pepperidge
a long
Farm
time ago.
remembers. Yeah.
And
And
I'd forgotten.
Yeah, no, very excited because I've been talking to these guys for a long time. They have very cool... look,
Long-time pen pals.
long-time pen pals. A lot of my breweries are long-time pen pals. But all I can say is grazie. I think these are all going to be very much up your alley. And I think you...
Beers
and
or can art or all of it?
all of it. And I reckon you and the owners would be best mates. I really do.
Oh.
So anyway, I'm looking forward to getting into it. So AVNGE Brewing. So I'm going to give you the first one.
And I guess that means, how do I just find something to enjoy?
Yeah.
Yeah, come back.
Hudson and the owners
come
you will
back later.
not be best friends.
Yes.
Because
Nah,
Hudson,
this
you're the
looks
worst.
exciting.
So AVNGE Brewing, Level Up Passion Fruit Sour.
Wee.
So
Hey.
it's what do we got? It's a pretty, and like look at the can art.
Yeah,
Pretty
it's
cool.
pretty rad.
Yeah, pretty rad.
Oh, the characters are hops.
Yes, exactly. So what have we got? 5.1%, 375, 1.5 standard drinks. What have we got? Level Up times 2 sour. Going for 2 years strong, we are proud to level up with this sour powered by passion fruit puree.
Ooh.
Did I read that correctly? I probably
Puree.
did. Achieve
Maybe
a high.
we should thesaurus it and
I
get an easier
should
word.
achieve a high score and serve it cold and fresh. Well, it's bloody cold and it's fresh because I tell you what, we're doing a twilight version of Border Barrels here tonight, and we've got the puffers and the beanies, and it's all happening.
Well,
it's a
hey,
full
we-
moon.
And the jersey.
We are doing
Yep.
a night
Keeping me
pod.
warm.
Yeah, it's good.
Do we bury the lead about how many beers there are, or did I just miss you?
No, we haven't mentioned it.
No, we haven't mentioned
Oh,
it,
we
mate.
were just going to keep going until the listeners stopped caring.
Oh, until
It'll
the
be
beers
like
ran out.
No, yeah, it'd be like a stream when people
Yeah.
like stream for 8 hours and then convert it into a 20-minute YouTube video.
But essentially,
Come and go as you
it's
please.
nighttime now. But by the time we finish, it might be daylight. Not
Yeah.
too sure because there's a few going on here. So the guys at AVNGE Brewing were extremely generous with us, as Hutto gives it the tap of approval and has been in my backpack, and we've walked a long way. Grazie conned me into walking from his house. He said it was a short 10-minute walk, which is in fact 20 minutes.
19 minutes, 38
Yes,
seconds.
which I timed. So
Yeah, well, you're round
It was a
up.
nice night for a walk.
Yeah, you were both I don't know the character because the movie was definitely too scary for me, but Jack Nicholson in The Shining.
Yes. No, very good. While you're pouring that, I'll just run through a couple of things here. So Avenge Brewing from Melbourne. The name Avenge started off as a graffiti tag featured on street art throughout the city streets of Darwin and later Melbourne, because I moved down there. With an emphasis on highly illustrated can labels, they aim to put out solid tasting beers with a great design, great can design, which are a lot of fun, which they bloody are.
Yeah.
Currently, Avenge Brewing Gypsy Brews out of Killer Sprocket in Melbourne. Now that's that's
Cool.
that's the latest information that I could find. I don't know if things have changed there, but that's pretty cool. Yeah. What do you reckon? I thought we'd start with the sour.
Yeah, I'm interested to know the order that
Super
you've got
passion-fruity.
in the beers.
Yes,
Alright.
and I have thought it out.
Wee.
I have thought it out,
Look at you.
and I think I've done okay.
Look at you thinking.
Well, I should have probably done this a little bit later, but anyway, it's going well so far. What do you think?
That's a nice little passion fruit sour.
It's very passion fruity,
It is, which is excellent.
and it's good because it's 5%, but it does feel like it's
Quite-
not thin.
Yeah, quite light though.
Yes, light but not thin.
Light but not thin. And I've got my not handwritten, but I've got my paper notes, guys.
Well, the
because-
font is considerably smaller than
Yes.
last time.
Look, I took on that feedback and I did make it a little bit smaller. However, you might need to help me read it.
Braille.
I like reading. I can read.
So what do we got? Celebrating 2 years of Avenge Brewing, so it's a bloody celebration. We're excited to release our new passion fruit sour. Level up while enjoying citrus and passion fruit flavors at 5.1 ABV, supported by passion fruit puree and Zappa hops for slight bitterness.
Zappa hops.
Zap.
Yeah, okay. I can get that a little bit.
Yeah.
And there is a bit of a zestiness. Interesting that it mentioned the,
Is it Zappa because of
the
the sorry.
Citra. But yeah.
Is it Zappa because of like the what's that, like sour chewing gum or what those? They're Zappas, aren't they?
Oh.
Oh, there might be. I'm not
Is
too
that-
sure. Is that's sort of my
Now,
era?
hang
know
on. Which
those
website
purple-
were you on there?
Brewco.com.au.
That was just about the hop. I just noticed that the
Frank Zappa. No.
the logo was very similar to the purple on the can. Do we think that was also potentially
Oh, Zappo.
intentional?
What have I got?
No, I reckon it's that because that's what a Zappo is, and then you look at Zappa hop.
And look at the purple on the can.
Yeah, Zappo
Yeah,
Zappa.
it's weird. It's kind of what
Okay.
it tastes like. They were quite. I remember those. They were quite good.
We've broken the fourth wall here, people.
We certainly have, and no doubt the packaging of those Zappos would still exist deep in the landfill.
Oh yeah, why were they so thick?
They were just real plasticky. I don't know what the go is with that. Anyway,
Super
Think of plastic, now double it.
yeah,
Well, they were like slightly more malleable than plastic bottles,
yeah, exactly.
but they were
right.
covering like this hybrid chewing gum, like lolly.
Exactly. Now, so what have we got? 5.1, 1.5 standards.
Yep.
And I've got the price of $6.
Okay,
So that's what they sort of go for.
Okay.
So I reckon that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
What was that? What was that bang?
that's a very good score for me.
Yeah. Well, it's just really because I'm looking at that as advertised. It's kind of like that's sort of exactly what it is.
Well, yeah, like it's passion fruit and it's sour.
And I'm trying to overcome the bias that I brought these beers bias, but it's exceedingly
I have data on that. Do
exceedingly.
you want me to give you the
Did we
data?
already
now?
run
Yeah,
through
you
that
may as
once?
well. It's
I
exceedingly.
think we
We'll make
did
it up.
give that once, but I did a bunch of data.
Some new data.
Yeah. So, Simmo's, where are we? Simmo.
It's a really good
Simmo.
sour.
Untapped or Border Barrels beer review system, like your average score for who brought the beers. Do you want to know which
I'm
one?
not too sure. What do you think's more significant?
Well, we'll use our beer review system because
Yeah.
it's a lot of things. So, Simon, your top 5. So the 5 categories are Simon brought the beers, Hudson brought the beers, Zach brought the beers, the brewery supplied us beers, and the beers came in a pack, be it the Easter pack or the Oktoberfest pack.
Yeah.
So Simon's top 5 are Simon at number 1,
Yes.
brewery supplied, sellout at number 2, pack beers at number 3, Hudson at number 4, and Zach at number 5. Little feud for me.
There you go. So what was mine then? If it like,
No,
does
so
it-
I'm saying you scored your beers the highest.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Zach actually
Zach.
scored his top 5 is brewery supplied, Hudson, pack beers, Zach, Simon. So he was very fair. Well, maybe fair on his beers, but also I see Zach was last on yours, Simon. Simon was last on yours, Zach. So lucky I'm here to separate.
Well, lucky we're walking home also. We can talk
we got a long walk home.
Lucky I hate you both because you're 4th for Simon, 5th Zach on mine. So
there you go.
But I went brewery, Hudson, pack beers, so a bit of a sellout well.
It is hard, but I guess I guess as well, it's probably a good measure in the way that, like, I know what the beers are. I've been thinking about drinking them for a while. There's a lot of anticipation.
Yeah.
And through that anticipation, it was like, yes, exactly.
And there is some confirmation bias as well at that point.
Yeah, for sure.
I think, like, where this kind of thing started with the showcases is it's not so much the case, Simon, for you. It was like, hey, I want to try Avenge beers. What do you got for me? But typically, I will go, I want to try a Avenge Brewing beer. These are the 3 I want to try. So it's like me buying them, and I'm buying them for me with the slight kind of, I wouldn't mind the guys trying this. Like with my One Drop One, I was like, I'll get the glitter beer because that's something that is only in that beer.
Well, I'll tell you what, all I can say is, I was, so what drew me in was the can art. I'm like, this is really cool. I'm super interested in this. I'm sort of giving it away, but all the beers have cool can art. And then
spoiler alert.
Yeah, I know. Then had a bit of a chat to him.
For some garbage.
And went from there and been chasing some canned beers for a while. Took they had them like on tap and that sort of thing. They eventually had some, and they were like, hey, we'll bloody send you a few. And I'm like, that's very generous of you guys. And thanks to Avenge Brewing for sending these out. We're getting to the second one.
I'll make sure that I podcast properly then, if that's the case. And
what were you going to do?
Mail it in.
Go rogue.
Just mail it in.
So, the second one is the best lager I've ever had.
It's got a 5 on it.
Yeah, but what's the beer name?
But I don't like lagers. That's the name.
Yeah, but what's the beer name?
What do you mean?
Well, I just thought you were telling us it's the best lager you've ever had.
That's what it says on the can. So it's the best lager I've ever had, but I don't like lagers.
Dude, what does mine say? No, but it's got a big 5 on it already, so this is going to be
Where?
controversial.
Where's
the 1.5?
The 1.5.
On the other side, isn't there a 5?
Oh, yeah, there is.
Oh, subliminal. Okay.
Simo's Trump thumbs are in the way.
Yeah.
Trump.
Trump thumbs. God. So, righto, this is pretty excited about this one. 1.3 standard drinks. Let's see if I've got any bloody info on it. Has it got a little blurb? Like lagers? Hate lagers? Want to drink a lager that doesn't quite taste like a lager? We invite you to review... it's got it crossed out.
Old man reads anything.
Yeah.
Yes,
please.
I can read the blurbs. I've got young eyes.
Thank you.
Like lagers, hate lagers, want to drink a lager that doesn't quite taste like a lager? We invite you to review this beer and tell us how much you love lagers. Drink cold and fresh.
Cool.
Lucky we do a beer review podcast.
Holy shit,
Yes.
I said lagers so much. And Simmo said lagers so much. And now I keep saying lager.
One thing that gets me about... I've been to the States a couple of times, and you would ask a few of these people that you would meet, like, what's your favourite sort of beer? And they would tell me it's a lager.
A lager?
I'm like, what the hell is a lager? And for
lager?
ages, it took me quite some time to figure out they were talking about a lager. So there you go.
Well, I can bring you in on this conversation now, Simon. So Hudson and
please do.
Hudson and I were
Private
discussing
conversation.
the other night, and it's probably a good point. I don't know if we've actually put it in such simple terms, but we were
Trust
told
me to put it in simple terms.
We were told for so long there's a lager trend, like there's going to be a big lager boom, and we kept saying, but it's IPAs. Like,
what do you mean lager?
How can it not be? And now the two most recent trends have been cold IPAs and West Coast Pilsners, which are essentially IPAs brewed as lagers and lagers brewed as IPAs.
Yeah.
So everyone was correct.
Everyone has been correct.
Everyone has been correct.
Oh, I like the colour of this one. This is interesting. Is there some more info up the side? What's going on here? I don't want to miss anything.
Oh. Yeah, there's also another...
A secondary blurb.
A second blurb.
Oh,
Wild card, bitches.
Oh, hey.
Did the first one also have a secondary
sorry
blurb?
if it did.
No, it didn't.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm glad.
Now I'm disappointed.
Yeah,
Oh,
what the
tell
heck?
you what, the blurb score is going to go up. We're going to give it 2 ratings.
Well, is it out of 10 now, or is it still out of 5? But
Blurb
it's a 6.
1 or blurb 2?
Probably the best lager I've ever had. Crisp, refreshing, whilst nice and clean. Thing is, I don't like lagers much, and this isn't as good as the last hazy I just had. Since no beer is a 5-star, this one is a 1.5 at best.
That's pretty
it's
funny.
Someone's Untapped review.
Yeah,
by the way.
that's yes.
Earned the I don't like lagers level 24 badge.
That's
the most meta blurb I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's very good. That's very good. That's
now,
awesome.
congratulations to you guys because I'm 5ing that blurb.
Yeah, I am too. The secondary blurb.
That was awesome.
That is good.
I'm giving it a 5.25.
Yeah, no, that's good.
This was made specifically for us. I'm convinced.
Well,
No,
it does seem like that. Because how many times have we said I don't like lagers? Probably a few.
Well, we like them more now, as stated. Like some of the trends are moving in the direction of our taste.
Oh, the art's got a hop writing a review bomb.
Yeah, there you go. It's pretty clever, isn't it? It's all very clever. I really love street art, like that style.
It's very
The only thing I'll say, can we get any info on what this was brewed with? Do you have any?
So that's I have struggled
because yeast, water, hops, and malt.
You might have nailed it, but more so, I'm curious to know because they're obviously saying, "Hey, this is sort of our basic lager, but it's the best one you're ever going to have." So I'm wondering, is this going to be a completely standard lager, or is there anything sort of interesting? Is there something to do with the malts used, or is there a hop that maybe that you wouldn't generally use just to make it different? Like, I'm not sure. On the first sip, it was just a nice crisp lager. I'm just wondering if we're expecting
It is crisp lager. A bit of bloody marmalade again. I still can't figure out what that is. It's quite nice. Oh, what do you got? You got some info?
I just opened every page that has best lager I've ever had.
Cool.
In case it has data.
Well, while you doing that, do you want me to start? I've got a few tidbits here.
I'll allow it.
Okay, cool. So I just want to reference Will from the Crafty Pint because, to be honest, like his journalism is second to none. So there is some information we certainly take from Crafty Pint for sure, but I just wanted to reference him in public. And I've paraphrased, so I should probably say that as well, just in case I've mishmashed it altogether. So behind the hops, Behind the hops is James Isaacson. He launched a brewing company with his wife, Steph Coates, in 2021. There are many different pathways that can lead people into the beer industry, and while some pre-craft beer careers seem to crop up more common than others, it's what people do with their spare time that often seems well suited to making the leap. But in the case of James, his former hobbies might not come across as a natural fit for brewing at first, but on closer inspection, they seem to be a perfect fit for AVNGE Brewing with his partner Steph. On closer inspection, they appear to be loafers. Do you remember that? From The Simpsons?
Nah, but I enjoyed it. First time hearing it, first time enjoying it.
McBain?
Yeah, I know the character.
They're like,
hold on, I just got to close his door.
Hey, McBain, your shoes are untied. And he's like looking down for hours in the sunset. And then,
No, the hardest part about that is that obviously McBain is a parody of Arnie. So when you started doing it, I was thinking Arnie. So I was thinking, what movie did that happen in?
But just on closer inspection, that prompted that.
I love that Simmo has like Simpsons quotes Tourette's.
Well,
just out of nowhere, don't make me run. I'm full of chocolate.
Oh, please, sir. My name is Alda. But one thing about that is I'm getting quite distressed with the Simpsons quotes these days because you rip them out in front of the kids and they have no idea what you're talking about. That should be part of some sort of social curriculum.
Well, it's like 18th birthdays, you can finally drink. It's like 12th birthday, you have to sit there and watch all 34 seasons of Simpsons.
Yeah,
and it's like,
maybe the first 10.
See you on your 13th birthday when you're finished.
Yeah. And in all seriousness, right? So no matter who you were, like growing up, you always had The Simpsons.
Yeah,
everyone watched it. Now it's like, that YouTuber or whatever. Like you actually put yourself in different circles, but not watching the same things, which is interesting.
But then there's always and apologies if this was you, not you guys, but you out there. There was always that weird kid that's like, oh, my parents don't let me watch The Simpsons.
Yeah.
But then there were also the kids that were just like, oh, watch this on the weekend that was like just rated MA. It's like, what's going on here?
I was to an extent, it wasn't so much that they didn't let me watch Simpsons. It was just like when Simpsons was on, I was out doing stuff.
Yeah, because it was 6 o'clock, your parents wanted to watch the news more than The Simpsons.
But
and it just
I didn't watch it. Like, I know a lot of my friends watch The Simpsons. It was only like later on, not that later on, but it was like I kind of came into Simpsons like long after the original animation.
And you are somewhat younger than Simon and I also.
Yeah.
What?
I'm 21.
Yeah, again.
I had something for. Oh yeah.
Sorry.
I found something about this beer. Another blurb. No, another.
Oh, cool. What do you got?
Yeah.
7 out
Yeah,
of
because
5.
I couldn't find it.
Like basically every single corner of social media, Untapped can be a dark and brooding place. It's an arena where extremes tend to get all the attention, and that's true when talking about the beers or the reviews themselves. It means there's precious little room for life's humbler and more subtle moments, such as the release of a lager. It's point that Melbourne's AVNGE Brewing have cheekily had some fun with. An early entry into 2024's best beer name, and certainly one of its longest. Best lager I've ever had, but I don't like lagers. The can design includes plenty of references to the world of beer reviewing, including a quite literal review bomb being dropped, but the liquid inside is far less explosive. Instead, the crisp and clean beer pours with a golden hue and absolute clarity as the flavours move between biscuit, fresh-baked bread, soft spice, and a gentle touch of sulphur. It's attributed to AVNGE Brewing, but I think it's written by my beer dealer.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. I mean, I didn't have any info either. That's fine.
I mean, a couple more.
Yeah, but the
Good description. Yeah, it's a really, really nice lager.
the breadiness, because I remember we were talking about I was talking about the marmalade thing, and then bready, biscuity, that sort of thing. Okay, so that's biscuity flavour. Okay, cool. I've learned something.
Well, so
awesome.
this is where I think our system stands out, is these kinds of beers.
Yeah.
It's because the great equal, we still have Untapped included, but as advertised, I think Untapped should be as advertised. It's is this beer what it says it is?
Yeah. And we've wrestled with that for a long time.
Yeah.
Which is why we created our own rating system.
We always talk about on how do you score on Untapped? Do you is it against every beer you've ever had, or is it against every lager you've ever had?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Also for value, this was. So did I cut him off? I didn't mean to.
No, I'm laughing at. I just forgot what we rate things out of. And I looked at Hudson's board because I've never seen anything above a 5.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's
Because
the
it's
blurb.
2 blurbs and they're both good, and one's super meta.
$5.50. Now,
It's lighter, isn't it? Slightly, but
4.5%.
yeah, so 50 cents cheaper, but 0.6% lighter.
Yeah. Also, you'll love this.
Will I?
I will be revealing a few things here, but I had to write the numbers just so I remembered.
Oh, I was going to say revealing a few things. What is this? Ginger's reserves change room after a win.
Oh, had one last weekend too.
A win?
On the board, yeah.
Are you going to have, sorry to digress, but are you going to have a few wins? You guys you were average to above average last year.
Oh, we underachieved last year. Oh, yeah, no, we'll be all right.
Didn't you get flogged last week?
That was last week, mate. A week's a long time in football.
I thought you just said you had a win.
You just said you had a win.
Yeah, the week before we got flogged.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Oh, so you won recently.
So hang on. We're the seniors 2-0, reserves 1-1.
Yeah, but what's your team? 1-1.
1-1, yeah.
Who'd you beat?
Yeah, I've taken a step down this year, guys.
Who'd you beat?
The Spiders, which I believe the How Long Spiders might be one of the only Spiders of a football club logo.
Maybe.
Or mascot.
Did you hear about the
Does it work?
Colcan reserves?
No.
First quarter got called off because a young guy broke both arms in his forearm and the bone in his upper arm. And the ambulance took over an hour to come.
Oh, I may have heard about that.
Yeah, so he's just sitting there with a fucking cooked noodle arm.
Oh, no.
No bones.
Yeah.
Dangling in the wind.
Oh,
wind
he
sock.
just really loves the movie 127 Hours with James Franco.
I got a sack of bones.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll do that one day.
In other news, Waganya got up.
Yeah, thanks to Harley Bennell.
Yeah.
Used to
The
play for
great
Gold Coast
Harley
and Melbourne.
Bennell.
The other one as well, Toowoomba got up by a point thanks to Dane Swan pulling on the jersey.
Oh, there you go.
And he looked so much fitter than I thought he would.
Oh,
I just pictured Dane Swan to just be
pull the ripcord.
Not
Well, like
not
Fev.
fully pulled it. Nah, not that fully pulled the ripcord, but a little bit I would say this might be nice to myself, but a bit like me. It's you're not at fighting weight, but you're certainly not overweight.
Yeah, well, they're not fighting.
Well, I hope this beer's at fighting weight. It
Like I haven't.
Oh yeah,
I
don't
haven't
get
gone
out of
from
it.
camp.
Now,
Fat cat, man. Sorry. Moving. Anyway.
all right, moving on. So we've got another beer. So this is Papa Bear's Pale Ale, 4.3.
That sounds so innocent.
I know.
Against what we were just speaking about. Cool, that's hilarious.
Papa Bear's Pale Ale. And I'm definitely going to need Hutto to read this one.
Yeah, all right.
But there is, again, 2 blurbs.
I'm so slow.
Oh, what's happening?
Oh, it's good. And it's quite helpful. So I've actually got 3 blurbs. So between...
Yeah, but only 2 on the can.
Only 2 on the can. Yeah, good luck in reading that, but...
Also, I hope I didn't undersell.
Zoom in. Can someone do a zoom in?
I didn't undersell how much I enjoyed the lager. I just want to point out.
Yeah, it was good.
It was very nice.
Yeah,
really
yeah.
nice.
Jesus, what did you do to this can?
I'm not too sure.
Just absolutely.
It's part of the can art. It's 3-dimensional.
Yeah, the bear got to it. Papa Bear got to
Yeah,
it.
it does look like the bear tried to open it.
Why is there a Swedish flag? Very cool.
Well,
I assume that's mentioned.
Well, yeah.
He looks like the Bundy bear.
Could be.
Do you want the one in the square first? The one that I would definitely struggle to read?
I think so, but I could probably replace it.
Nah.
With this has similar information.
Dad is from Sweden. Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, that's the first words I had on my notes.
So we like to call him Papa Bjorn, which translated from Swedish to English means Papa Bear. When Papa Bear comes home from a hard day's work, he likes a simple pale ale. This beer is dedicated to him and all the other Papa Bjorns out there. That's exactly what you have there. I can see it on your face. I don't even need to look up.
But like, what my like?
Did
what
you
I
find it from a different place?
No. It was on their website. But what I can't believe is how you read that.
No, well, the issue now is you should have read it because he's got a migraine.
Yeah, exactly.
straining.
Yeah, I'll never be able to refocus again. Like, if you zoom in the camera, it's just my eyes just...
Yeah. Well, you're a pair of Papa Bjorns. You should like this.
Yeah. Do you want the second blurb?
Yeah.
Of course.
Light in colour with a medium body, this pale ale showcases... Light in colour with a medium body.
Oh, Chantel.
Why have we not thought about this before?
Sorry.
No, it's good.
As soon as I read it, I was like, what?
Soft and bready.
Biscuity. Oh, shit. Yeah, it's good.
This pale ale showcases Cascade, backed by pale, light crystal, and golden oat malt. Super simple and easily crushable, this pale ale is refreshing, just like a Swedish summer.
Yeah, cool.
I expect this to be very light in flavour with just the Cascade as the main hop.
I watched, Eugene Levy?
Yes.
Yes.
He has a show on Apple TV, a travelling show.
Cool.
Ungrateful Traveller.
Oh, I hope it travels with my son because I would watch that.
Yeah.
Daniel. Yeah.
He's cool.
But no, it's him. But he's like, he makes it obvious that he hates travelling, which is weird because every place he goes, he's like, this hotel I'm staying in is $6,000 a night. It's like, I could go to a lot of places.
But that's
didn't Carl Pilkington already do this?
Yeah, that's the beauty of it, I suppose.
Carl Pilkington was like staying in shitholes.
No, Ricky forced him to stay in shit.
Yeah. But like, no, so Eugene's staying in like incredible hotel rooms and all this stuff. But he went to Sweden during Midsummer Festival. And it's like, you get...
We're not talking about this movie again.
No, where there's no light. No dark. It's the sun up 24 hours. It's like, I could do that because I can fall asleep with lights on.
This movie's continuing to haunt me. I didn't expect to talk about it on this podcast.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
No, we won't.
But like Sarah can't. It has to be pitch black.
No.
And she's like, "There's lights on." I'm like, "You know how you make it pitch black? You close your fucking eyes."
Nah, see, so
the roll of eyelids is to darken.
Yeah, but like, does Sarah have because my wife's eyeballs are too big for her head, so like they don't. It's the same issue.
I thought you were going to say, "Does Sarah have thin eyelids?"
Yeah, they're all thin.
How would I measure it if she did? Like it could
don't
be.
mention it. She might be. she might be sensitive. No.
I knew they were thin.
So
like I'm getting inside, and she's like, "I overheard you mention my thin eyelids. It's over."
No, but my wife says so. We have to put a towel over the television before we go to bed.
Towel over her head. Just
No.
good night.
Maybe you should suggest an eye mask.
Well, yeah.
Or turning the TV off.
Yeah.
No. So like, it's the red light on the TV.
Oh,
So we have to cover that.
It's quite efficient covering. I don't know. Is that anyway?
Well, if you unplug the TV from the wall.
Yeah, but that's
Gotta get up anyway, so might as well put the towel over it.
And also,
Then it looks like, I don't know, what are you doing, Renos? You don't want the TV to get dust on it.
it's a full moon, everyone. It's a full moon, getting crazy. So yeah.
Next you're going to talk about gems and such.
No. So this is delicious, straight up. This is fantastic. And we actually know a Swedish person, don't we? Grats.
Yes.
Yeah, shout out Simone.
Simone.
You bloody legend.
Ibrahimovic.
Yeah, we know him too.
Crushable pale ale.
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah,
so
solid
what
as advertised score for that reason.
4.3, 1.2 standards, 550 I've got down here. Now it's pretty good, isn't it? It's pretty good. It's a little bit bitter, but I think that's the intent.
Actually, it does have some bitterness.
Yeah, it does have some bitterness, so you would like that.
What would be your top 5 Swedish people?
Oh, I'd have to look like
top 3 like
swedeornot.com. I'd have to look that up, I think.
I don't think I could name 3 Swedish people.
I was about to name someone from Switzerland, which would have been really awkward, so that's not great.
Ola Toivonen scored many goals for Melbourne Victory.
I was going to assume everyone's a tennis player or a soccer player.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know if I know a Swedish tennis player. That's bad. Bjorn Borg, was he Swedish?
Oh, I'd have to look that up, but Daddy Borg.
Who was the pole vaulter we spoke about on the previous pod?
Tatiana Grigorieva. She was not
Bjorn
Swedish.
Borg was Swedish. He's pretty good.
He's cool. Like, have a look at the photos of him playing tennis. He always used to wear a headband. It was cool ass.
He was good at tennis.
What a dude.
Oh, yeah.
What a man.
Well, that photo could be taken now.
God damn it. Yeah, that's true. It's come back around, hasn't it? Yeah, footy.
Top 5 Swedish people.
How are they rating them?
Alfred Noble.
Avicii,
yeah.
I think you've been hanging around me too long.
Alexander Skarsgård. Greta Thunberg.
Yes,
Greta.
How they rate them.
Yes, it's
Greta Thunberg.
Ingrid Bergman. What'd she do?
What didn't she do?
Anybody who knows film will have seen Casablanca.
Oh, I have not. It's on the list.
Oh, I thought she was the pilot. That was Amelia Bernhardt. No, I know.
Alfred Noble, creator of the Nobel Prize.
There you go.
Greta Garbo, who's an actress.
You talk about Alexander Skarsgård in this podcast a lot, so that was...
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
You mentioned Skarsgård, because you talk about movies and TV shows quite frequently.
Oh, there's just so many Skarsgårds.
And yeah, he was, most recently, I believe he was in the hit TV show that's got the cool piano intro that you watch, Succession.
Is he?
Look it up.
I've
now.
never seen Succession. What do you mean?
Oh, haven't you?
No.
You'd love Succession.
Yeah, I
How
would.
have you not seen that?
Because I've been busy watching Shogun.
Okay,
Time to talk about
Okay.
Shogun.
Well, sorry,
Alexander Skarsgård was in Succession.
Oh,
That's
I thought
a
that's what you
different
said.
Skarsgård.
Oh, that's what you were saying. Well, one
Yeah,
of them.
because there's so many Skars. Oh, no, I did say Alexander. Wait.
How many?
Are
Are there more Skarsgårds or Baldwins? Well, the Baldwins are sort of like, we're losing them one by one, aren't we? We're about to start.
Yeah.
These are the new Baldwins.
And
Alex-
Billy Baldwin, I think, is in Gossip Girl, and he's like barely Baldwin kind of thing.
And
He's
there's-
like, a little bit Baldwin.
Well, like Bill Skarsgård. They all got the same names. Alex Skarsgård, Alec Baldwin, Bill Baldwin, Bill Skarsgård.
Oh, what a...
Hey, what does it say about Alex?
Illuminati
Hang on, breaking
confirmed.
news. Shot someone on set.
Oh, my goodness.
No, that's Baldwin.
Ah.
Stellan Skarsgård. I wonder if there's a Stellan Baldwin.
I reckon that's a spelling mistake. Helen.
Stella.
Anyway,
sorry.
crushable
cool.
pale ale. No, it's very
It
nice.
is pretty good. Would you like me to give you some more info? I'll go further here.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
So we were talking about how they sort of dropped into it and that sort of thing. For close to 4 years, James was an avid graffiti artist, with his stencil work first appearing in Darwin and later Melbourne. And he later made the move south. When he decided to call time on his life as a street artist, James's next creative outlet drew on his love for Star Wars, creating a Boba Fett costume that's been approved by Disney.
What?
I know. How crazy is that?
What do you mean approved by Disney?
To use or like, yes, well done, you've
or
done
they
well
liked the Facebook and just Facebook post and went, cool, man.
Now we're underselling this.
No, so I've actually, it'll be an update in the next episode because I did ask the question. I want to know a little bit more, but couldn't get onto him in time. But essentially, he said he spent 60 hours painting the helmet. So it was just a creative.
How long did it take to make the helmet?
Yeah, well, it would have been bloody ages, but I guess because he's an artist.
He's bought that.
He's an artist, and he's like, "Yep, I just want to make this, and that's what I'm doing," and knocked it up. And Disney are like, "Yeah, that's approved. How good?
That's approved."
That's really, really cool.
It's okay that mine's not movie quality. But yeah, no, his was movie quality, so he wouldn't have had that set in his presence. That's pretty cool. But I guess it outlines like how creative he is. Oh no, here we go. I bloody had notes, but I was going to ask further.
He wrote himself
notes.
off because his research is usually quite poor. So he's like, I definitely didn't search that up. So why even mention it?
So what do we got? There's a bit of a quote. So you have this list of requirements, and it has to be screen accurate. So mine's based off the Empire's.
Quality.
Yeah, movie quality. Mine's based off the Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett, and I had to source parts from overseas and paint everything myself. The helmet took me 60 hours to paint, so that's where I got that information from. I'd read this previously. Good on me.
What's the Empire Strikes Back versus like Attack of the...
Well, you see,
Clones?
I don't know. Oh, sorry. Okay, all right. It's kind of aggressive, but that's okay. What do you reckon? So normally...
It's crushable.
Yeah, this will give you a good idea on what a brewery's like based on the standard pale, I reckon.
So this is their standard pale, is it?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. No, it's super. It's probably a really good entry level pale for people because there's not the addition of just the Cascade. You're not getting a big sort of fruit hop bomb. You're just getting a nice little bit of like well-rounded bitterness with that malt bill, and easy to drink. Yeah. So
no, it's very good.
Definitely a pale ale, like absolutely.
Can you please give it a value?
Oh, well, it was. Did you let us know a price on that one? I'm sorry, Simon.
I did. Was it $5.50? Yes, it was.
$5.50.
Simon, before you do that, before you get the next beer, can I just finish typing this so you guys can erase?
Of course, we have to fill. What am I going to say?
Nah, I know we need new texters.
My text is on fire down here. Oh, but I lost it. I don't know where it is.
No, I took it.
Oh, okay, good. Because, shit, that would have been awful. I would have... Good. Nah, good showing so far. And the next one I think you'll like as well. It'll be a good direct comparison. And how many blurbs? One blurb. Oh. What the heck? Come on.
I've set the bar too high.
Tell you what.
How many blurbs?
Oh, wow. I was just having a look. Wow. You know how we talk about
fill from you.
Fresh beers and that sort of stuff, and when they were packaged, this has got it clearly on there, not in a dumb stamp that's half ripped off for some reason. Why do they even bother doing it on the bottom? You can't read it, but this is on the bottom of the actual label, and these are fresh.
Well, that's good. I was going to say it would have been quite fun if you're like, oh, it's so visible, it's fantastic. I mean, it's out of date, but this is fantastic.
Yeah, but this is great. Good on them.
All right, you can remove your scores.
Awesome. Removing scores. Thank you. Removing. Yes, very good.
Don't buy the robot act.
Sorry. So if you...
the research is so poor.
Oh, come on.
A robot would know more. No, I'm kidding.
I'm AI, but I'm the clip art AI.
You're like if Bing...
No, the paperclip.
Like the paperclip. Sorry, not clip art AI. Fuck me.
Well,
anyway.
Because Google did ChatGPT.
Righto, Google. Anyway,
we're all the Bing ChatGPT.
Oh, this is off the rails. So if you liked Papa Bear's Pale Ale, then you're gonna bloody love when he goes on holidays and creates Papa Bear's Tropical Pale Ale.
Oh, cool!
Look at him on holidays. Yeah. How good.
Same
Papa
pose.
Bjorn.
That's pretty impressive. Actually.
Yeah, how good that is. Pretty impressive on a surfboard with a hop guy.
Yeah, really, I like that better than the other, the original Papa Bear can up.
Yeah, well, there you go. We'll score it accordingly.
He took his tools on holiday. I wonder if that was carry on.
Yeah, carry on. Certainly.
Can you take a hammer on the plane?
Well, little bit of small luggage.
Yeah,
a little bit of carry on.
A little bit of carry on.
You can't even take like water on the plane. You can't take a hammer.
Have you ever snuck anything back through an airport?
No.
Or even in your luggage. I mean, like, I know I'm not meant to put this in here, but I want it when I get to my next destination. So
one thing that I have done, and I don't want to get arrested. No, it's just like, you know how people...
So that guy that went missing.
No, so you know how it's like, with your shoes, if you've been to a fucking volcano, you have to get them checked or whatever.
Or if you've been like near cows anywhere.
Yeah. So I just I think about and I see it happen. You see people walking off the plane with like basically tradie boots, not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, so I'm like, okay, mine are probably fine if that guy's not going through. This is insane.
I'm gonna let you have a guess about what I smuggled.
But there's no proof that
I smuggled overseas in my luggage. Because
Maver's peanut butter.
Oh, ding.
It wasn't Mavis, that was Pix peanut butter.
Was it sealed?
It was not sealed.
Oh, shit.
Where'd you go?
So Pix,
They probably have
I found
peanut
out when
butter.
I went to New Zealand that Pix peanut butter is from New Zealand.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
So I bought the jar while I was there. I hadn't finished it. I'm like, well, I am not leaving this.
Well,
anywhere.
you got to think, like, it's on the shelf at Woolies.
That's what I meant. But still, you're not
fair enough. No, fair enough. Oh, this smells great.
When I went over to Brazil for soccer, the soccer party's relevant because when we came back, we had to like thoroughly scrub our boots to not bring Brazilian dirt back into the country.
Brazil. Now, I would have to say that we probably should have had this one first because it's a bit lighter, but it is very tropical and very nice. So I do apologise for the order difference there. I think the IBU was probably higher on the pale ale, but okay.
Yeah, I can't believe you've done this. This I think is my favourite beer we've had so far.
Ah, there you go. That's awesome. Yep. Different,
delicious. Also, I was expecting more than 4.3%. Is that what it was? Sorry.
I know you're the one blaming
1.2 standard drinks. Close enough. So no, I was expecting.
And who's got the blurb? We got the blurb?
You read the blurb.
You read the blurb?
No, what have we got? Is there another blurb? There's only the one blurb.
You brought the beers.
Yeah, I know, but I haven't.
You pulled it out and said, "Oh, only one blurb." Okay. You then subsequently read one blurb.
Sake, whatever.
Put it back in your pants.
All right. Put my brain.
No, he goes. You pulled it out and then said, "There's only one blurb." If you hadn't kept it in his pants, there was two blurbs.
Now, all right, there you go.
He's got very excited.
Oh, damn it. I've revealed a beer, a future beer. Now I'll have to check what it... Just you talk to each other.
Oh, the Star Wars helmet.
No, the Star Wars helmet's okay.
Speaking of helmets, and about pulling it out. No, did you guys see in the news, there was the man with the biggest penis in the UK got on doing the talk show circuit.
Oh, was he playing... He was doing... It wasn't recently, though, was it?
I don't know, but I only saw the news.
It was like the Woe Is Me card.
Yeah, but like what was interesting, like if you...
it's tough.
I guess if you picture what you think that guy might look like, he wasn't at all what I thought he'd look like.
He's not a strapping young man.
No, he's just like a balding bloke with a beer guard. It's like, yeah. So,
and all the testosterone went to
one area.
Building a wang.
He got kicked out of a yoga class at one point. He said the loose shorts, he couldn't tuck it in correctly and people got the wrong idea.
Oh, yeah, that's hard.
It wasn't, and the still was, yeah.
What's that rap song? Do you tie it in a knot? Do you tie it in a knot?
Rap song?
Is it a rap song? It's like the refrain from a rap song, I feel.
Oh, I thought it was like some sort of children's nursery rhyme. But maybe not.
I don't know.
Oh, no, isn't it like... Yeah. That one?
Can you tie it in a knot? Can you...
How is that rap?
That's a penis thing.
Why is that rap?
But it's in the song, rap song. Does your chain hang low? I feel like in the
chorus. Do your balls hang low?
Yeah.
Wobble to and fro or something.
Yeah, I think someone's obviously made it into a rap song.
I don't think Tech 9 wrote that. Tech 9.
Why Tech 9?
I don't know.
At that point, you could nearly start tying it in a knot. Anyway.
Hey now.
I thought you were going to tell... I heard a story today that a zoo in Japan, their hippo that they've had was a 12-year-old hippo that after 7 years of having this male hippo, they've only just found out that it was actually a female.
Oh, no. And what, have they been trying to breed it?
Yeah, I don't know. They mustn't have obvious sex organs. That would be my guess.
It sucks if you're like a hippo, you're that big, and it's just like...
They keep pushing, dude. I'm not gay.
I was thinking that all.
I'm not into that.
What
animal?
What makes you think I am? Like,
what animal did you say it was?
hippo.
Oh yeah, right.
I'm just hoping, like, I'm just picturing this hippo that wears like very stereotypical like gay things, and his voice is like really effeminate, I guess, and they're like, yeah, they're just like, well, we just assumed you were gay.
Oh, Jesus. We just thought you were a hungry hippo.
Yeah. The hippo or hippos. It was alleged that the anyway.
Hip
Hop. Hippity bippity. Anyway.
That's what I said.
What do you reckon? What do you think of the beer?
Hippopotamus?
I haven't tasted it.
I'm actually jealous because I enjoy it so much that I wish I had more of it.
Delicious. Me too. I'm enjoying getting into it now. I think first sip was
nice tropical pale ale.
Yeah.
Well, this is cooked.
What? Yeah, mine's a bit cooked as
he
well.
means the texture, guys.
Yeah, because you took mine.
Oh, okay.
Zach's got yours.
Sorry.
Have it back. Have it back then.
No, I'm just saying. Oh no, this one's cooked too.
Let's have it back then.
I may be holding it too aggressively.
You've squeezed the life out of it. Drained it.
But yeah, no, very nice. I've enjoyed every beer so far. But
Did you do a value?
So it was the same as the other one, which is 5.50.
50. Yeah.
Yep.
Cubbies, borrow that texture.
Yes.
Yes, you can borrow that texture.
What a professional setup.
Yes, very good. Would you like me to
foreshadowing the next beer? With
Yeah,
that?
I am. Would you like me to lean into it?
Sean Connery.
Yes. Would you like me to?
Was that the voice you were doing?
No. Well, I wasn't I wasn't, but normally I would go yes.
What voice were you doing?
I don't know. I was just.
I thought you just said you were foreshadowing the next beer, so I assume it's like a reference to a movie and you were doing the character.
No.
Okay.
Sorry. It's not. But I'm going to read the foreshadowing. It's actually perfect timing these notes. So their first release. This was the first beer they ever did. So, Hop Bottomy. How good. West Coast IPA. Absolutely pretty damn cool.
Hop Bottomy.
So the can art's through the roof for this one. I reckon that's pretty cool.
You know, it reminds me of the Mornington Peninsula's beers.
Like
is the squid one. Just the art. The can art really reminds me of it.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. So it's, what have we got? 7%. It's 7%, 2.1 standard drinks. Very first beer they brewed. $7. It's got down there for cost. And
how
what
many
have we got?
percent did you say?
7.
7 and 7.
Yeah, 7 and 7. Now these prices I cross-referenced a couple of websites, so they might not be entirely accurate.
It might not be what you can get it for.
Yeah, it might not be what you can get it for, but that's what I could find.
If you're a thrifty shopper, you might.
Absolutely. So their very first release, Hot Bottomy. I've missed a couple of words here. The Punchy West Coast IPA was inspired by the kind of beers that first led James down the home brewing path after Steph introduced him to the hoppy wonders from her home state of California. This seems to be the key thing. We just need to get more Aussie brewers over to California to meet these lovely ladies or men or whatever, but it seems like, there's some... Or hippos, but there's some really good... when they get introduced to American beers, that's when the magic happens. So, West Coast IPA, how many blurbs? I can see one. There is one blurb.
Yeah, but put it back in your pants. Is there a second?
No, there's not a second, but I'll let you read that out, Hutto, because you're better at reading out loud.
Could you swish that water in the glass and pour it?
Where, what?
Just pour it on the floor.
On the floor?
It doesn't matter. It'll
pour it on the floor.
Is one of them mine?
It'll evaporate.
Or it doesn't matter?
Yeah. This is water from a Yeti bottle. Please review it.
Maybe Grazie, can you tip it outside? I'm connected with my headphones. Is that all right? I'm really connected. Yeah, damn connected.
In the main frame.
He's wired in.
How good. Now we don't know what the ones
I've got to read the blurb.
Yep, blurb.
With a pale malt backbone, this West Coast IPA is loaded with classic American hops. Smooth bitterness combined with citrus and pine aromas makes it both crisp and smashable. Wish it told us what the American hops were.
Or maybe we could look him up. I didn't. Oh, have I got that somewhere?
look it up.
It's so endearing.
Everyone shut up. Everyone shut up.
Your notes are endearing because, like, you're learning. You've brought notes, but you're also learning. You're watching me learn. First time.
Yes, exactly.
It's the slowest Control F I've ever seen.
Yes, it is. So dry hop with a massive amount of Simcoe, Amarillo, and Chinook.
Oh, the salmon.
Yeah, the smooth bitterness accompanied by dank notes of pine and citrus. It's certified smashable. We'll see.
Dank notes.
We'll see, won't we?
Cash is king.
Yeah, that's it. All right.
With my dank notes.
Dank.
I had this conversation with someone about like cash, and it's just so funny, like the different generations of people, because I despise cash.
Oh.
I don't want cash anywhere near me, and as soon as notes become coins, then I couldn't get rid of it quick enough.
Well, I mean, I don't know that I have an opinion, but I would just prefer to, I don't know, just have card, because full disclosure, I don't know if you'll be able to see. I was a bit.
My card and also security.
I was a bit disappointed because I still carry a wallet, and I'd just come up with a method to keep the coins in.
Duct tape.
Yeah, duct tape for this wallet. I've had it since I was 19, and I had this duct tape, and I was pretty happy with it. But now cash really isn't a thing, and so I'll only be able to. And I've got a random USB in there. No one knows what's on there.
Oh, is that a reveal for the end of the?
Oh, it could be. Hey?
Bitcoin. It's all Bitcoin.
Yeah, it is. It is actually Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
We also tried duct tape on the light on the television as well, but then for some reason we could turn the TV on and do everything else except change the volume.
Oh, that's annoying.
Like, why does that make sense?
I don't know. Maybe you just have to set it at a volume, then that's it.
Well, we did, but like, what justification is there that every other button on the remote will work through the duct tape except for the one controlling the volume?
You'd have to ask it. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, this is really... So, what are you getting? I'm getting some honey. Getting some honey action.
It's definitely that side of IPA for sure, where it's not like high, heavy fruit, in my opinion.
Yeah,
this has like red IPA.
Yeah, so really biscuity and bready, we could say. There you go. Okay,
that's what I like.
It doesn't have the same depth of one, obviously, which is why it isn't referred to as one. It wouldn't have the same malts, but it's still really nice.
Resinous.
Yes, it is.
Piney.
Yep. Bit dank.
Bit of earth.
Yep. The dank is actually quite strong in there.
It's like if I was to paint a picture, it's like licking the sap of a pine tree that has infused the aura of a grassy field.
Yeah, so if you ever see Hutto out naked in the forest, licking sap off trees, don't worry, he's just trying to relive this beer.
I was going to say, I'm definitely not high.
Yeah, definitely not high. It's just, it's just the sap.
Just imaginative.
Absolutely. That's a good beer, but...
I know that's not your...
Probably more malt. So since it's malt driven rather than hop driven, it's probably on your side of the fence, Grassy.
Yeah.
So this is why... And one of the reasons why I'm like, you would love these guys, and I knew you would love the can art as well. So this is probably my favourite can art so far. It's really cool. And that was their first one as well. But I really love the street art. I might just hit them up and see if they've got one to pop on the wall.
Actually,
we are in need of some artwork.
Yeah.
Because Kaiju were nice enough to hit us up. Lost Palms was nice enough. Bakes. The two Mountain Culture on there were just ones that I'd acquired over time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
Anyone out there that has beer art and would like to part with their beer art into loving hands, then we would happily accept.
And shout out to Bakes once again, because those Lost Palms ones up there, particularly the magnets, knowing the boys love the show.
It was edited.
Yeah, that's a 101. That one. It's got some history.
They've been overseas.
Yeah, they've done a beer. Beer from over there.
Yeah, how good. Yeah, it looks like an awesome trip.
Well,
good on you, Bakes.
You said you know Bakes from a past life, not so much a past life, but from a rural town.
Yeah.
So it was Bakes' friend that hooked up the overseas trip. I was trying to do a bit of stalking and be like, are they also from the Wagga
I'm not too sure. I'd have to look because I didn't really look too. I didn't recognise anyone.
Do we know people?
Yeah, who knows? Oh, 6 degrees says of separation.
Well, you're the guy that knows people. Like, it's so funny. You'll see someone on a news article or something. Simmo will be like, yeah, bloody he owes me $40 from Country League Tag.
No, but like,
he bloody does $75.
he went to school with like a girl that's famous and's got like a comedy festival show.
Oh yeah, that's Auntie Donna.
Shout out to bloody Michelle Brazier. So my mate Michelle.
She works with Sean Michaela from bloody
She's gone international. She's taken her show. She's gone to London and New York and LA in the past bloody month. So
was she the one on Thank God You're Here?
Yeah,
Thank God You're
she's
Here.
been on bloody everything.
Who does the beer for them?
What was it? It wasn't Burnley.
It was Burnley.
Thank God You're Beer.
Thank God You're Beer. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I always enjoy that Simmo's friends are always my mate. Mate,
you get old enough.
My mate.
You get old enough, you end up knowing everyone. I think at some.
Well,
stage.
it's just funny how like I feel like everyone you know's successful. Not to say that you're not or anything, but like, and sorry.
What do you mean? How many views has this had?
Anyone compliment?
I'm just saying,
anyone that's watching this, just have a look how many views we've got, and just tell me whether I'm successful or not.
Are we double digits or not?
If you're watching this early on, don't comment.
No, even if it's been up for 3 years, tell me.
No, because I was going to say like the people that I went to school with are lovely people, but I don't think I've seen anyone on TV.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean. No, it was
Yeah, it's
Wagga's like that.
Yeah.
Wagga Wagga is a little bit like that.
Yeah, except we've denounced. We don't know Michael Slater anymore. He was from Tomorrow or something.
Yeah, but
he went a bit trops. Anyway.
Oh yeah, but then Wayne Carey.
Yeah, Wayne Carey.
Dick Carey.
So what do you mean,
Paul Kelly?
So I don't know what Michael Slater's done, but you're accepting of Wayne Carey.
No, we'll see.
So
that's another one. You
worse.
sort of say Junie. He's from Junie.
Yeah,
he
not quite
went to school in Wagga.
Junie jail.
Not quite.
He's
Don't
don't want to speculate, but
all right. Well, let's
and I
keep
say
going.
to the crew at
he's
Avenge,
inquiring about rental prices.
Yes.
Also to the crew at Avenge, this IPA style is what sort of made me fall in love with craft beers.
Yeah, there you go.
And
That's awesome.
with the standard IPA style. So it was that. I still think it was maybe the Mountain Goat IPA from like a long time ago.
Yep.
That might have been one of the first ones, and I reckon I might have had it on tap at Mrs. Palmer's in Melbourne.
There you go.
And it was like maybe 2013, 2014. I was like, this is something completely different.
Did they close down?
They did, but are they looking to reopen with new owners?
Yeah, because it seemed like it's successful.
Have they sold yet?
Not sure, but yeah. So basically,
if we can get a few million more views, I reckon we might be in.
But picture,
all right, guys, let's make it happen.
If you don't know about it and you're interested, I'll sell it to you. A Palmy restaurant that sells only Victorian craft brewery beers on tap.
They also sell Palmies.
Yes, they do. Also, it's like you two are having a conversation here because your first you were talking about your first beer that got you into craft. So James, Pernicious Weed. By Garage Project.
Yeah, that
was probably
why
the one.
I see why this beer is this.
And but he said more than likely like Cooper's Pale and that sort of thing was probably the first, but Pernicious Weed was the big one for him. And it's also is like if you're on an island by yourself kind of beer, like what are you going to drink?
Good beer.
Yeah, it is a solid beer. The double was great.
Oh, like
and the yuzu.
Yes.
Let's take politics out of the equation. Coopers, having been in Adelaide recently, I do love that there are so many establishments in Adelaide where it's a corner pub. You think you go in there and think, they're going to have West End. They might have West End. They'll have at least 5 different Coopers beers.
Yeah,
why the politics out of the equation?
We won't go into it too much, but Coopers were one of the rare businesses that were quite heavy on the no side of the marriage side a few years ago. I'm just...
Were they?
Right. Yeah. I almost mentioned it, again, and the reason they sort of copped a bit of a battering for that, that issue, that sort of became a huge political thing for AFL. It became a political thing for everything.
Cooper's Brewery has publicly endorsed same-sex marriage and apologised for the company's involvement with the Bible Society.
Now, listen, whether they were in agreement or not, they were in the news at the time for their views on it. So I wouldn't take the politics out of it completely. entirely and talk about their beers. But yeah, in South Australia, it's an institution, and having access to all their beers at any pub you go to is really, really cool. And there's some really, really good stuff that they do.
It's so funny with Coopers. All I know about that is my mate, funnily enough, Simon is his name. Strong name.
Good God, this guy's schizophrenic.
Anyway, no. It's a real person.
Imagine being so schizophrenic that like one of your other people's also called the same as you.
I couldn't think of another name.
So I'm not completely.
Oh, that wasn't me. That was Simon. You're Simon. Yeah, but it was one of the other 7 Simons.
Where is Simon? So anyway, his favourite beer was Cooper's, and back in the day, it was tough to get it on tap. So I'd always get in the bottles. And as you know about the Cooper's Pale Ale, you have to give it a bit of the spin. To
give it a roll.
To sort the sediment out. I thought that was a cool thing. I'm like, what is this sorcery? Like, what's happening? It was like a really slow centrifuge.
I was lucky enough to have one of the botanical sparkling ales while I was there. Because
is that different to the normal sparkling ale?
I was fortunate enough because apparently who I was staying with, which was my brother's mate, is mates with Tim Cooper, one of the members of the family who'd been around for dinner at the house not long before we got there.
Yeah, cool.
And left a few in the fridge.
All right, Coopers, we're coming soon.
Still a brewing,
Roll out
it's
the
still
mats.
family owned, isn't it? Well, it's independent still, but founded by Thomas Cooper in 1862. So I don't reckon your brother's mates with Tom Cooper because he was founded in 1862.
Yeah, but he's in good nick.
Yeah, tell you what. They're pretty popular. They could have access to a time machine.
He was over for dinner recently. What, 1910?
I think
that might have been his corpse in the corner. I don't know.
And that family photo seems incongruous for a beer family. They should be bloody.
I thought that was Succession.
Hawaiian.
I thought he still had Succession.
Yeah, that's right.
They're selling timeshares.
Hawaiian shirts or something. I don't know.
Anyway. Some cool stuff going on there.
Yeah, cool. Well, there's some cool stuff going on there, but there's some cool stuff going on. Is that him?
Did he look like that? Your brother's mate's friend, Tom?
Yeah. That guy was just
Good eve!
I reckon it's...
All right, I've had a few too many beers. Good morrow, fellow beer drinkers.
I reckon it's...
Oh, God, this guy's from 1862,
awesome.
isn't he?
So I reckon he's met some dude that just has a beard and they're like, oh, Thomas Cooper. He's like, yes, hello, that is I. My fortune is now turning around.
Now, 2 things. I may have said Tim before, by the way. But also, I know we said that Adelaide are a little bit behind the rest of the country. Not that far behind.
Yeah, as soon as you cross the border into South Australia, it's early 1910.
That's cool. Oh, well.
God damn it.
Wild West End lager.
That's my goddamn horse.
Actually, yeah, now that I think about it, I think you did say Tim. But the joke's much better if you said Tom.
Definitely.
So, okay, can you go edit that?
Yes. Or edit that out. Yes, I'll just do that now. So the next beer I'm very excited about because this is the weather for it. And it's getting to my end of the little episode here because I reckon this is going to be good. So this is the AVNGE Brewing Decadent Stout. So it was brewed for the Grape and Grain 10-year anniversary. So Grape and Grain is an online beer joint. So they brewed with these guys. And funnily enough, this is who I think shipped out the beer. They had them on their website. So go and have a look on there. 7.4%. 375 ml, 2.2 standard drinks. I'm very excited.
I reckon he's got a barley wine to finish off.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I did the math quickly, and he's like, stout, this is 6. Good God.
There
What's
may
he
be
got for
7.
7?
Yes.
I went down to the local BP, and I bought this beer.
Exactly. No, I'm very excited for this one.
That could be many people on the front of that.
I better keep going with my info, otherwise I'll bloody run out of time. James's passion for classic American style shines through. So this is taking in mind, this is after the hot bottomy. So this is, we're following on from that.
Okay, so he's had the hot bottomy.
Yep. Shines through with the initial offering followed by the likes of American Stout, Red IPA and Double IPA. Largely you'll find those beers in good beer retailers in venues in Melbourne's east and southeast where James and Steph live, but they appear in other parts of their home state as well. At the time of writing, so I didn't quite catch when it was, so that's pretty funny. They're brewed at Killer Sprocket, while James was among the first. James was among the first of the local brewers to complete a Cert 3 in food processing, microbrewing, at Cangdon TAFE, designed to accelerate budding brewers' careers. So that's pretty exciting, and this is what they come up with. So far, I've had a few beers here. I'm very impressed. And there is some bias there because I have been talking to James. He's a good bloke. But yeah, I'm very excited.
So am I. And I think sometimes what a lot of beer drinkers, especially in modern times, forget with all like this access to huge imperial, hazy IPAs and all these NEPAs and all these really amazing sours with glitter and all this cool stuff, is that sometimes if you can get a beer that absolutely nails the brief with the as advertised, that might be the perfect beer.
Yeah.
And we've had beers on this podcast that we might give 4.75 out of 5.
Hey.
We might give a huge untapped rating to.
I would lick that off your hand, I reckon. Yep.
Because the beer is fantastic.
Yeah.
However, going up this week.
Only can. However, as advertised, isn't always nailing the brief. Whereas these guys are saying, this is the beer that we are brewing, here it is. And they have nailed it every single time.
Yeah, they have, which is good.
The cool thing is, as each beer you've pulled out, and I've started to realise that, and it's like, this is what this is. I'm like, I know exactly what this is going to be. This is going to be enjoyable. Yeah.
And
it's
also,
really, really good.
There's a few other things. I asked a few questions of James, and I've got a few things here which I'll go through in a moment. But what I really like is this. I hadn't heard of AVNGE until I found them on Instagram and saw the art. The art drew me in. I never would have probably found their beer unless I stumbled across it. But now we're trialing 7 different ones. And James has given a bunch of cool answers to the questions. It's really cool because there's a bunch of stuff. You're about to learn some stuff and be like, well, who's that? What's that? So I'm pretty excited about that. You're right.
I had a question I forgot. Probably
That's okay.
wasn't that good.
We are about to be 6 beers in.
No. I do remember now. So I've actually had this thought recently. So I like these pods that we do. I know it's a lot more beer than we normally drink, but I always find myself when I go to buy beers for the pod leaning into like the special beers. But I think the special beers, they have a place, but they don't really, like you said, like the standard pale ale is like the bread and butter of a beer. Like if it's good, then the brewery's good. Sorry, brewery. So like I'd like to do more regular
that incorporates
core releases, but it's hard. Like that's why I like having the 6 beers like we did with I don't know if we'll release the pod when this is out, but spoiler alert, Cypher.
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
It may or may not be a spoiler alert, but like it was 3 seemingly or 4 core range and then a couple of limiteds, and it's like I think that's the way to go about it. Like it is more beers than we're used to, or more beers than we plan on a Sunday arvo of recording, but it does paint a better picture of the brewery.
Yeah,
when you show up with like 3 big, like I know with Hawkers, like you talk about Hawkers, like the double West Coast is probably the best getting around. The West Coast is probably the best West Coast. Like they do their core ranges so bloody well, but it was so hard to go away and just get limiteds.
Yeah, yep. They know they're limited to go to be quality, but we're missing out. We're missing out on not doing the amazing core range
and for
stuff.
people that like listen to the pod that either aren't familiar with craft beer or are listening to learn about new breweries, then like by us going, hey, Hawkers is out there, and they're like, I haven't heard of Hawkers, and it's like, here's a barley wine,
here's a triple IPA that's 11.7%,
and a Biscoff Porter or whatever, like the biscuit one. It's just I don't know if it's
selfish. We're doing it for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think as well. So I think what you're sort of saying, it gives context to the brewery as far as like, okay, well, you know, the baseline is the lager or the pale ale, but then as well. So let's say with Mountain Culture, we've done a lot of their limiteds, and if you go to get them, you might not be able to get them. So it's a bit of a bugger. But if someone watches this pod, or watches the pod with the core range, they might actually be able to get like a bloody
share it with
Papa Bjorn's pale.
Yeah. And like
get around it.
I still want to do the limiteds because like they're cool.
Yeah, don't worry about
reason
that.
to drink
Yes,
them,
of
but
course.
it's like maybe I guess when we do the limited, it's more like a keep an eye out for the limiteds that these guys are releasing. Like you might not be able to get the Imperial Doom triple IPA from Hawkers, but you can definitely keep an eye out, and they're going to release something good. Like you know what? I don't know. It's hard.
No, but the other options, of course, are there was that Seeker ep where we did 1 core range beer and 2 limiteds. The other thing is that this is spitballing on the fly. We incorporate like a core range classic episode or like series of episodes where we like
mark that down for later. I reckon we talk about that pod because I just had a thought of something that might work that
because we literally
our 4 listeners I don't want to ruin it for.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I'm one of them.
Yes, exactly. Me too. No, that's good.
Me also. Oh shit, there's one person out there.
Did we read the blurb for this beer?
No, not yet.
Okay. He required my young eyes.
Oh yeah,
I
absolutely.
don't like saying that.
No, you're all right. The vision. Right.
Going strong for a decade, the Grape and Grain is an institution within the Melbourne craft beer scene. When asked to brew a beer for their 10-year anniversary, this chocolate fudge brownie stout was born. He didn't say that on the front of the can. That's changed everything.
Hey.
Help us raise our glass in honour to the team at the Grape and Grain Bar and Bottle Shop. Here's to 10 more years. Cheers.
Delicious stout.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Is it decadent?
It's really nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. Like the smell test,
See what
like smells delicious.
I will say, they like their bitterness in beers. This has actually got like quite little like aftertaste of bitterness for a stout. But it has the depth and the chocolate.
It does. It's good
for a stout as well. It's
almost poured it in my laptop.
I won't say it's fully unique, but the hop, the bitterness at the aftertaste, almost is a bit unique for a stout.
Yeah, it is. But I like it.
Yeah,
I like it, and I love it. If this was a big sweet chocolatey bloody stout as well, I would love it just as much. But I actually don't mind it.
I like that it's not sweet. I like that it's almost to that point where it's I like my like pure like cocoa powder and dark chocolate that like doesn't have any of the sweetness to it.
Yeah.
Like just that bitter, deep chalk, and that's what this
Deep
is.
chalk.
Yeah,
Deep chalk.
chalk.
Now, would you like to know a couple of little things? Do you want to know what else I asked?
Yeah, do you get the value for the beer?
Can't read.
Oh, sorry. So the bloody value was pretty good. I reckon it was $7.50.
I can't write it down.
So what do we got? Yeah, $7.50.
I can't read anything you're writing, my friend.
Yeah, that's not very good, Gratz.
I'm sure. Yeah, but the texter won't work.
No, but that's fine. It's not really, whoever's to blame. Like, doesn't really matter. But it's not very good. We can't
I'm
read
not blaming you, but why have you done this?
Can you see that? Can you say that?
Sure.
I suppose. I guess. Anyway, very good. But yeah, so do you want to know what else I asked? They're not original questions, but they're familiar to us. If you guys were to collab with another brewery and you could pick anyone currently, who would it be? And I spelled who would WOUD.
Wow. Who wowed?
Who wowed? What a butt. What a butt.
I was hoping it was like 00.
Yeah, no, well, yeah, bloody that would be my fault. So, answer would. I don't know tell me if you've heard of these guys. Would have to be Mash Gang to explore the world of low/non-alc beers.
Oh.
Have you heard? Now, you are going to shit yourself when you look up Mash Gang because without speaking to anyone else, these guys are on the cutting edge of low alcohol beer.
Okay,
There's some really great, there's awesome beers here.
I had that, the one they did with One Drop, the Regulate One Drop collab oat cream pale.
Yeah? Was it good?
No.
Ah, come on. Because it was low alc and you were expecting...
No. I bought it knowing that it was no alc. So whether it's the fault of Mash Gang or One Drop or anyone, I think I bought it for like $9.
Yeah.
I was like, if you think about it, it's like a high quality or like a longer processed soft drink. Like if someone said, here's a can of Coke for $9, don't worry, they spent a bit more time making this one. You'd be like, I'm not spending $9 on that.
Yeah, but you got to think they're sort of brewed the same. There's no less labour and that sort of thing. It's just
there's no tax on it. Because craft, from what I've heard, a lot of people say, the beers are like the prices are a bit higher because of tax, because of the terrible tax laws that Australia has. And it's like, well, that's not a thing for these, surely.
Yeah, but their own
flavour, but the flavour wise,
ingredients, the labour, 440 ml.
The flavour wise, I think I'd still go for a Free Time or even the Freewheeler.
It's surprising to me they'd make a 440.
Yeah, but I think I think that's cool. I'm going to try a couple there because there's a few. There's like IPAs. There's something to do with tea.
Well, this one's a Super Session IPA with.
So what did you have? What was the one you had?
This one here with one drop, the Regulate Collab Oat Cream Pale.
Yeah, righto. Keep going. What else we got?
That's all that's on there.
No,
With
there was
two beers.
there was so many. I looked up that today, and there was so many. Oh,
I don't know what to tell you.
Ah, bloody hell!
Well, how was in the liquids tab? Were you in the solids tab?
I might have
Were
been.
you on Mash Gang America's website?
No, I don't know.
Like all these?
Yeah,
Yes.
I haven't heard of these breweries.
No, but
It is no. So I think, but they're all 0.5%. So it is Mash Gang.
It's the same. So
it's just I was on the Australian website where there's only 2 beers. So this is still. There's the same company, just the actual website.
So have a look. So
iced tea, pale ale.
I was going to say, yeah, there's
American light lager.
I'm definitely going to try a couple. But anyway, I thought that was interesting because I never heard
Australian prices.
Never heard of Mash Gang, so that was cool. Right. The second one, you're hosting, Gracie, this is where all the stars will align. You're hosting a craft beer and music festival, 3 breweries, 3 bands. Who's coming? So breweries, the Zythologist.
Yeah.
Not Zytho Brewing, who I thought it was, the Zythologist, and I looked them up. Very cool. I'd never looked them up before. Oh, probably.
Zytho would be an interesting choice if it was Zytho.
Yeah, but the Zythologist, so that's really cool. Killer Sprocket, where they brew out of, and 5'3" Brewing.
5'3".
Hang on.
Simmo.
Is that a subsidiary of 612?
That's the one that Simmo loves.
Yeah. Just we're the same height.
Exactly. How are there? Is there like literally breweries named after the height of what I can only assume is the head brewer?
Yeah, exactly, and that is the case here. So, bands, Tism, Judas Priest, Parkway Drive.
You're kidding.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, right.
So, do you guys know Tism?
Yeah. I know of Tism.
I know of Tism.
Tism are pretty cool. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Parkway Drive are pretty cool. Yeah.
Aren't Tism like what Triple J like base their whole vibe around?
I'm on the drug. I'm on the drug. I'm on the drug. Kill Roof Phoenix.
Yeah.
You know, I thought that was pretty
good. But also, a Parkway Drive.
I've seen Tism play live.
Not that they're all straight edge. The notorious hardcore straight edge band from mid-2000s Australia.
What does straight edge mean? What's that mean?
So they do a lot of building and use like a 2.4 meter straight edge.
Oh yes, of course.
No alcohol.
Made it famous.
No alcohol, no smoking, no drugs, no promiscuous sex, no coffee if you're very, very hardline.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. So they're straight edge. Is that what you're saying?
Not a fun hang.
Yeah.
Nah. So 3/5 of the members were, and now I believe 2/5 of the members are. Unless
so one guy was like, "This sucks."
Unless Ben and Winston are just like have a beer or a joint every now and then, I can't speak for those guys. They're multimillionaires. They can do whatever they want.
Straight edge. Fair enough. Good on. And that's all the information I've got, guys. So pressure's off, but we do have one more beer.
I'm scared.
How do you come after a stout? What? Sorry, I'll rephrase that. How do you?
Whoa! And coming up next
with a lot of focus and attention paid.
Wow! Hey now, Grazie's going to go through how
he comes after a stout.
That seems like something I'd say, accidentally, of course. So to follow that up, 0 Dark Hour Double American Stout, 8%. 375, 2.4 standards. So I reckon this might be the sweetie. Don't you reckon?
When you said 0, I was like, you motherfucker, you have no
0 out.
0 out beer.
One from that website.
You were saying you didn't like it, Hutto, so here's one for you. Yeah. Get amongst it.
0 Dark Hour. Has anyone seen the movie 0 Dark 30?
Yes. Excellent.
It is? It won the Oscar, didn't it?
Not too sure. Good movie, though.
No, I don't believe it did.
Or an Academy Award. Is that the same thing?
I'd like to thank the Academy. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Talking it through.
Can I just point something out to the pod and to all the listeners? We've been rubbing off scores for a while and haven't at any point considered that the whiteboard's double-sided.
Yeah, but I haven't drawn up the grid.
Bum, bum, bum.
I haven't drawn up the grid.
I'm aware of that, but regardless, we could have still improvised.
And I suppose the Texas don't work.
Mate, we can't even get Texas to work, let alone the bloody other side of the board.
That's pretty funny. But yeah, anyway.
Cool like the other side of the whiteboard.
Yeah.
Dear idea.
I really enjoyed that. It was good.
I enjoyed stout after stout. We don't do that very often.
Like an NHL hockey game, it's all white.
and also, I have to say, sorry.
Nice, right?
Yeah, well,
I need to reiterate, thank you to AVNGE Brewing. But as well, I think while these have all gone together, it was handpicked by those guys. So, like, it wasn't stuff I picked out as well. Like, I didn't pick these out. They picked them out. Like, these are the ones that you should go for. So, yeah, it's no coincidence that this is how it's turned out. Grazie, what are you going? What's going on?
I'm filling out the other side of my board.
So Zero Dark 30 was nominated for Best Picture and didn't win.
Yeah, well, anyway.
But it won Best Sound Editing, tying with Skyfall, the sixth tie in Academy Awards. Yeah, so was that Adele?
Yes. But she just said Skyfall for like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Which was the one with Jack White?
Oh, yeah. I don't know, but that was good. Yeah, Jack White, man. That dude,
I don't know if that's that song, but every White Stripes or Jack White song has and it sounds like the guitar.
So does Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But it sounds like the guitar's been pulled out of the trash and it's just full of rust and it just sounds awesome.
Well, I was gonna say, have you seen It Might Get Loud?
No, maybe.
Yeah, like the doco with him.
Edge
and
does Edge have much to offer?
Yeah, he has a bit.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, so who was it? Wait, who was it?
And that's his career. Like, put on the fucking reverb.
Jack White, the Edge, and who was the third?
Who was the one? It's not Brian May, I don't think, from Queen. Who's Led Zeppelin?
Oh, Jimmy Page.
That's it, Jimmy Page.
So I worked at JB Hi-Fi when that came out.
Yeah.
And we used to do reviews on things. And one of the guys that worked there was a guitarist. And he watched it. He's like, it's awesome. The Edge sucks. So he wrote a review. And he literally, his review to sell to customers was 2 incredible guitarists and the Edge take you through a documentary about guitar.
Yeah. Because, I mean...
No, he was like, I think he just adds that, like, super famous band guitarist aspect.
I will add
Smoke on the Water.
I will add a, not a musician's point of view, but a person who's played music. So the thing with Edge, right? So he's not the best technically. However, if he pops up in a song, you're like, is that Edge? Even though he's doing something real simple, he does have a sound. So I think he gets points for that.
To me, he's so insignificant that I was just picturing the wrestler. So you were saying, so when Edge pops up in a song, I'm like, what's he doing?
What do you mean so insignificant? It's like one of the most iconic rock bands of all time.
I'm leaning into the current thing where we're just pointing out that, like, Simmo said he sucks, sort of.
I like
and then
you.
the guy that I worked with sucks.
Well, look, I don't want to hear, like, I don't want Edge to go on tour and have an instrumental band.
Well, I don't want Edge to hear this and think that we're hating.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you were wearing a beanie before, and he's got that copy written or something.
Does he?
I went and watched an instrumental band in Prague when I was there.
Yeah, no, So
they're famous. Explosions in the Sky.
Explosions in the Sky. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, well, not riding off. But anyway, I've seen U2 live, and they were
nice.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Do you know
I can see U2 right now?
Hey now. You know who supported U2?
Their mums.
Jay-Z.
That's a horrible support act.
No, it was good.
No,
because I was like, fuck, I couldn't care about U2.
No, sorry. For what?
What have we done?
For the genre, for what U2 are, it seems like a really.
What are we?
For what U2 are.
I'm having a lot of fun with this.
Yeah, right.
My go-to joke is when I say "love you" to Sarah, she says "love you too." I'm like, pick your favorite song then.
Do you know Scrubs did
Simple, fun.
You know Scrubs had that as a storyline where, like, a couple broke up because of that.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And he's like, I love you too. And the guy was like, I'm not sure I'm ready to say that yet.
However, I need to say, U2, right? So to wrap all this up, I was annoyed when I bought an iPhone and I had to get your album. Yeah. That was shit. Don't do it. But Joshua Tree, that's untouchable. You cannot say anything bad about Joshua Tree.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Their Sphere gigs have been pretty cool.
I enjoy that comedian Ross Noble managed to get, like, a whole bunch of his, like, career work out of just reading out Bono's lyrics and talking about how shit they were.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. I like Ross Noble.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
I wouldn't
I
trust
never
him.
met him.
You never met him?
No, so I'm not sure if I like him or not.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't want to make a call.
Did we read the blurbs out and all that? We did, didn't we?
Oh,
did we?
you're the beer man.
I can't remember. I'm the too many beer.
This has been a big episode.
This double American stout is complemented with a load of American hops weighing in at 60 IBUs. Ooh. Notes of chocolate, slightly roasted, zero dark hour leaves you nicely toasted.
I'm glad you've read that now because that's.
Have you seen the art? It's got a little
It tastes
campfire-y. Which was the Jason and Freddie that wore the hockey mask? Jason Voorhees.
Oh, it is too.
It's got a little hoppy Jason Voorhees around the campsite. No, 2 Jason Voorhees. I'm seeing double. There's 4 Jason Voorhees.
Jason.
I think Simmo's mad. He's got on his phone because I did the Simpson reference.
Oh, no. I'm just,
how could you?
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good.
I'm the Simpson guy.
Jesus.
Can I have that pen? Jeez, we just really fall off a cliff, don't we? Look at those.
No,
look at those.
sorry.
It looks like a bloody. There's a big
because of
flat line.
It's because of AVNGE.
So
thanks, guys, for the amazing beers. You've sent us a little bit. Like we don't
I
normally
might
do 7.
I might need to exact retribution.
I will point out that there is a public holiday tomorrow, so like we're not waking up early.
You gave
to go
away
to
when
work.
we were recording.
Oh my
Didn't
god!
say what public holiday it was.
Yeah, true. And there's a few about, eh?
Yeah, it could
Isn't
be
there?
Shrove Tuesday.
Could be. Shroom Wednesday.
Yeah. Well. So do we do King's birthday now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. When's that? When's his birthday?
Second week.
When's
of
that?
June,
Is it the
usually?
same day? That'd be
That
weird.
Monday. Yeah, that Monday in June.
So it's not his birthday then, if it's just the same as the Queen.
It was never the Queen's birthday.
No, well, what's going on?
I don't know.
I always didn't like or trust the monarchy, and now it's not even their birthday.
Can I upgrade?
Why don't I buy all this cake?
Can
What was the value? Sorry.
The value was, can I upgrade my score from the previous one for the done tapped one?
The value was.
I just want to go up a little bit. Yeah, okay, I'm getting the value.
God, we suck at this. Don't wonder if 4 people listen.
Yes, what have we got?
It's like you two. It's
7.
just all our mums supporting us.
Oh, so I got the values mixed up for the last 2 beers. The last one was $9. This one's $7.50.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay,
Bigger ABV too.
So I'll
Is that
drop
correct?
my score down very slightly for the last beer. What are you updating?
I want to give it a 4.5. The last one I did enjoy.
The last one.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's a big jump from the 2 you gave it. Yeah, I've got that.
Yeah.
Oh, did you upgrade yet?
Well, I was going to.
Or did you change it?
I'll change my value
Yeah, well,
a little bit.
okay, thank you. Would you expect me to read that?
Listen to the thumping of the bloody texter. Tell you what.
It looks like you've written on the kids' spy pads that you get, and they give you like the texter that you can get if you squirt lemon on it. You can see it. Like that's what your whiteboard is. It's like only if I use a UV light, it's written in.
I don't normally do things too aggressively.
Sorry.
Yeah, you were right to look at me that way.
Okay. All right. This is going off an absolute cliff. We might need to wrap up soon for a number of reasons. As the last beer would, like it did say in the blurb, that would leave me toasted. I'm quite toasted at this point, and also I need a wee.
It was me too. It was a bit, but there was the roastiness.
Yeah, it was really
that
well
was definitely
roasted.
there. I think. I wish we had read the blurb before the beer because I think having a stout and thinking.
I think normally we
thinking
would.
you're having a double.
Yeah.
Was probably expecting that real like deep decadent, and as you said, the sweet boy.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that. But if we'd read the blurb, I think we would have been actually expecting what we got.
Yeah,
more
exactly.
so.
Yeah.
I quite enjoy it because I, as I already stated, I like those sort of bitter, sort of straightforward flavors.
And the art suggests that the. Oh, sorry, are you going to say something?
No, I'm just struggling because this tastes like when I was younger and I'd go out and get talked into a cigarette and then have 15 and then have a beer and it's like, well, this is just smoke.
Yeah, it's a fair bit of smoke, but it ties in with the can art with the campfire.
It's very smoky, actually.
Yeah, it's good.
I took a big mouthful just
That's
there.
really interesting.
It tastes like Jason Voorhees' mauling my throat with smoke.
Okay.
That's not how he attacks.
Let's unpack. Let's unpack that one.
We'll stop recording and talk about that.
Yeah, cool. Anyway, we might finish it there. AVNGE Brewing, thank you so much. This has been a really good episode. Thanks to all the beers. There's a bloody shitload of them. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, people. Hit the notification bell. I don't know, whatever people say, but just do all the things.
Ding.
Ding, ding. Just do it. Get it done. But yeah, thank you very much to all involved. And are you happy to leave it there, boys?
Yeah.
Congrats to that hippo.
Yeah, congrats. Yeah. Congrats.